Hey guys, it's Dave with Ham Depot here again. In an earlier video, I was talking about the Baofeng, and one of the things I had mentioned in that was about CW, continuous wave, or also known as Morse Code. I was always kind of, when I got into ham radio, thinking Morse Code, CW, why would I learn that? That's kind of stupid, you know, it's old, like, come on, give me a break. But, like, why would I learn that skill? You know, I don't need to learn it for doing the exam. So what was the point? It used to be, I guess, like, before you had to know CW, but they got rid of that. I'm going to get to talk about that in a minute, but I was just like, what's the point? And, like, you know, really why learn it, you know? But, you know, I was kind of doing a little bit of research, and I found that there is a possibility that I can get into the higher frequency, or the lower into the HF bands using CW with smaller transceivers, i.e. cheaper transceivers, just simply communicating by CW, by Morse code. And so I thought that was interesting, but I'm like, man, like, that, to learn all the dits and dahs, like where do I start, and, like, really, can I learn it? And it'd take me forever to learn it. There's tons of apps out there to learn how to do this. There's a lot of websites. You can look up CW training. One of the apps that I found that I've been playing around with is an app called Morse Toad. So Morse Toad, T-O-A-D. And I'll put a link below. And I think it cost me like $5 or something like that. Yeah, I'm not getting any money off of them, so just go to the link. Yeah, I'm not making billions of dollars off the lucrative industry known as ham radio YouTube videos, but it's just it's a really cool app to learn how to do Morse code, and it's kind of set up like an 8-bit Nintendo or Atari game, and it's crazy. Like at first, the first couple letters, like one letter is easy. You know, I think the first letter is E, and that's only a dit. So hey, you know, I know the letter E. And then they throw in a couple more letters, and then, you know, suddenly I can't remember like the first few letters, and I'm getting kind of mixed up. So, like I mentioned earlier about studying for your exam, I made up a couple of flashcards and started getting that, trying to memorize just the few first letters, and then I went back to the game. And then I was able to master, you know, those first few letters, and then it just moves you up level by level. And like, for me at first, I was like, my gears were grinding in my brain, like, it was just so weird. But just slowly, after like a couple of hours, it was like there was like a chiseling, or like, you know, a grinding of a chiseling out in like a neural pathway, where suddenly the dits and the dahs of the CW just started making a lot of sense, and it was like, my goodness, like, I don't know a second language. You know, I think I know like a few French words, but I've never made an attempt to learn a second language. You know, so this is kind of all new to me, and, you know, I think this is a new language. I mean, it's really only 26 letters, 9 numbers, and I'm sure there's some stuff within the ham community for special Morse codes or whatever, but you know, it's a foreign language at the same time. I mean, we don't speak in dits and dahs, so you think, until you start doing dits and dahs of CW, and then suddenly you realize there's a part of you where you've actually, your brain is programmed to comprehend the language as dits and dahs. So if you were kind of intimidated like I was, I encourage you not to be intimidated. It's really interesting, and you're not going to master it right away. I'm not going to master it right away. I've understand maybe 18 of the 26 letters, and you know, it's very fast, so I mean, I couldn't pick up a ham radio right now and be able to decode what they're saying because it's very, very fast. But I encourage you to do it. The other interesting thing is about the exam, and I'm only talking about the Canadian exam right now, is you need to get 70% on your exam. Now what 70% gets you is it gets you access to the 2 meter and 70 centimeter band. Nothing else. If you only get 70% on the exam, that's all you have access to. Then you'll have to go write an advanced exam. And if I'm wrong about this, if you've taken it, please comment below. I'm just interpreting how I'm understanding how this works. So don't take my word for it, do a little bit of research. But basically you get 70%, you only get 70%. That's all you get access to, 2 meter, 70 centimeter, then you gotta go take another test. And ain't nobody got time for that. So what you can do is you can get 80% on the exam, so you pass with a basics with honors, and you get access to all the bands. Now, if you only get 70% on the exam, but you're able to CW 5 words per minute, you get access to all the bands again. Once again, if I've misinterpreted this, if you've already taken the exam, please comment below. But from what I understand is, if you can do 5 words per minute and you get 70% on the basic, you have access to all the bands. Now 5 words per minute sounds like a lot, but trust me, when you learn the basic alphabet of Morse code or CW, 5 words per minute is pretty darn easy. And what the really cool thing is like once you start learning some basic letters, you can just like look around. I was waiting for my wife for groceries yesterday, and I was just practicing the letter S and the letter H. You know, I was going dit, you know, for S, and dit for H, and just trying to get a rhythm or whatever. So it's just something you can, you know, spend a little bit of time with the app on, but it's something also you can, you know, look at a sign and just Morse code out that sign or whatever just in your mind, so you can keep practicing. And you're going to be studying for the exam, and you're probably just going to want to take a break from that. So this is just something else you can learn if time is not that important, and you just want to study at a casual pace, then might as well learn some Morse code at their CW at the same time. I'm probably ticking off a bunch of hams by calling it Morse code. I don't know all the rules yet, or whatever you guys call it. So 10-4 on that, good buddy. That'll trigger a few guys. Yeah, so anyways, check it out. Don't take my word for it. Invest a little bit of time. And if you have any questions or comments, do that below. Won't be able to help you out probably too much with the questions yet, but go ahead and put them out there. Maybe somebody else can answer them for you. And don't forget to subscribe. And keep an eye out for upcoming videos. So anyways, this is Dave saying check you later.